Hello, and welcome back to another episode of IPoly. I'm Maya.
And I'm EJ. Senior year can be a time of mixed emotions for many. For some, it's a time of bittersweet endings, and for others, it's a time of satisfying conclusions. But for all, it is a time of final project.
Some of you may know that the senior project was changed this year to a whole new challenge for our seniors.
Project Awareness is going to be the seniors' new Mount Everest.
Let's take a closer look and to see how our seniors are handling it.
Awareness Week is a new project that has been introduced to the senior class. Each house has an important topic that takes a deeper look at the everyday issues that teens struggle with. South House is the first to present. Let's talk to some students and get their perspective on this new project. Okay, so to begin, could you each please give me your names?
I'm Liaj.
I'm Danny.
Okay, great. And can one of you please explain to IPoly and the students what this Project Awareness is, because I know it is something that is new to the senior class?
From my understanding, Project Awareness is basically each house of the senior class is going to be putting out. It's a year-round project, so each house is going to be putting on like their own awareness week for a specific topic of their choosing, and we're going to end it off with a presentation at the end, just like going over everything that we want to cover.
My name is Shanse. Our topic is mental health, so it mostly deals with like depression and other mental disorders that young teens have that are overlooked by others.
And how about this Project Awareness? Because I noticed that it is something that is new to the senior class, so can you tell me kind of how it works?
So every house is required to have a project awareness about any topic they want, mostly dealing with like issues like teenage moms or depression, bullying, anything that like usually teenagers go through, and we have to inform the whole school about this topic and like help them not battle this, but like learn more from it and how to overcome it and know that they're not alone. So I think it's a really good idea because it like promotes us to bond more, like underclassmen and upperclassmen, and also like these like issues are like, you know, they're talked about and it's like you're not alone on this. So I think it's a really meaningful project.
And do you want to tell me if you think this new project is effective?
Yeah, so I think that if the senior class is able to pull this off really well, I think that there's a lot of room for us to really hit home with a lot of the student bodies, so yeah.
Personally, South House has a lot of excited things planned. Well, from what I can tell, we have a lot of excited things planned, so yeah.
And do you think that this project in particular will kind of stand out and be important to the next senior class and the senior classes after that?
I think it's going to this year it's mostly like focus on mental health and everything, like all the projects, and I feel like next year it would be interesting to see what the now current juniors will do to it, but I feel like it's evolving as it goes because it's a new project, so I feel like it's going to get better as it goes on.
We look forward to seeing what the seniors come up with at their first assembly this October 5th.
IPoly's dance team is one of the many extracurriculars IPoly has to offer.
It's run by the wonderful Miss Cancino, and any student from any grade level can join, assuming that they auditioned at the beginning of the year.
Last week was the pep rally, where we got to see their great performance.
They put so much work into those. It's mesmerizing.
Yeah, no kidding. Did you know that they have to come up with the songs and choreograph the routines themselves?
That's pretty impressive. I'm Irish, so I'm not usually allowed on the dance floor.
Here is the inside look.
Alright, so Miss Cancino here is an advisor for the Dance and Flag teams, and she is a lead for Dance and Flag. She's worked on the pep rally dance. So, Miss Cancino.
Yes.
What do you do as an advisor?
For dance team, I pretty much oversee everything. So I meet every Monday with all of my captains, all of my leads, and we go over everything we're doing for the week, everything that's coming. We have a calendar that everything is written in, so they know who's doing warm-ups that day, who's going to be choreoing, and they're always assigned different things. So I basically oversee everything they do. Music, cutting music, I check them with deadlines, the whole 9 yards.
What is it like being a student that she has that impact on?
It's good. She's very good at being on top of everything and giving us good instructions on how to not only like better ourselves, but to, I guess, maintain flow throughout dance. So.
These two are dance and flag team leads, and I want to know a little more about the process. Hopefully they can help me out. So, how do you get your costumes normally?
Usually we just come up with the idea all together as like the captains and stuff, and then we try to make it as easy as possible so that people don't have to go out and buy stuff, that they can just have easily accessible, and we also like to like share stuff with each other.
So what about choreography? Because I'm sure you guys have some pretty complicated dances. So how long do you normally have to spend on that?
Well, for myself, I usually spend like 2 to 3 weeks outside of school, and then I bring it to dance, and then we usually teach for about like a week.
Thank you.
You can be sure to expect more from our dance team over the coming year.
We would like to introduce a new segment where we introduce some of the colorful faces here at IPoly.
The People of IPoly program will focus on some of our most interesting people.
One of those people has to be Paul.
He refers to himself as the techno janitor.
If you haven't met Paul, he's usually in his office, but sometimes you can find him in classrooms, the NPR, or sometimes the trees.
Did you know? Paul has a last name.
Let's take a closer look.
One of the more iconic characters in the IPoly community, Paul. Paul. Paul.
It was back in 1999. I've been working for NBC and CBS for a while, about 10 years, and I was getting sick of traveling back and forth. So I thought, I will get a government job. There were 3 things I just absolutely won't do. Database, because I don't want sleepless nights.
Me neither.
I don't want medical, because patients could die. I don't do financials because heads do roll on Wall Street. So I decided to apply for a job with LA County Office of Education, and this was the first site that I interviewed.
That's very interesting. And do you want to tell us your experience at the NBC, as you mentioned?
I work behind the scene. I work at the Tonight Show mostly with Jay Leno, and I take care of their computer network, and I do demos for the producers. My position here is officially microcomputer technician 2, but I prefer to call myself the techno janitor because I mop up after people's mess.
And is there a fun fact you want to tell the audience?
Yes, IPoly's address was my creation.
Well, that just about wraps up this week's episode. I'm Maya.
And I'm EJ.
And this has been
Your Eye on IPoly.